Hey, it's Jerry Norton here, and if you haven't heard of our new offer called Warm Call Leads Accelerator, or WCL, this is completely transforming the real estate game because we're offering warm leads for $1.66 per lead. Now, completely unheard of, never done before. And so I've got a lot of questions that are coming out asking me like, is this for real? Are these leads legit? This sounds too good to be true. Can I trust this? And so in this video, I want to try to dispel all of that and really help you just understand what your options are. So when it comes to cold calling, you really have 5 ways to cold call. Option number 1 is going to be you're going to need to download a list. You're going to need to skip trace that list, which by the way, you can go to propwiregold.com and you can get 10,000 skip traces and unlimited list for $119 a month. So let's say that you did that, you spend $119 a month. That's going to get you unlimited leads, 10,000 of them skip traced. Now, once you have that list, now you have to cold call. So you could call yourself. I know a lot of people that do this. And if you call yourself a full-time 40-hour-a-week person, whether it's you, a VA, whoever, somebody calling every day for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, that's going to come to about 30 to 50 a month. You get about 1 to 2 a day. So let's call it 50 as your baseline of how many leads, cold call leads someone can generate in a 40-hour week in a month, about 50 in a month. So what's your cost per lead? Well, if you're doing it, that's not costing you anything, but if you were to put a value at the work you're doing, let's say $15 an hour, I mean, you can get a job at McDonald's for that. At $15 an hour, your cost per lead to generate 50 leads would be $50 at $15 an hour, okay? So hypothetically, if we were to put a cost per lead, let's call it 50. Now, option 2 would be the exact same thing here, all of this, right? You're gonna need to get a list. You're gonna need to skip trace the list. So let's say that you did that, and let's say that you're spending $119 a month for the PropWire Gold package. Other programs out there are somewhere in the ballpark of that, so it's pretty comparable. And option 2, you're gonna generate, let's say, 50 warm leads, because these are called now. All this means is a seller said, yes, I'm interested in selling. Doesn't mean it's motivated, doesn't mean you're gonna get a deal, doesn't mean anything. It just means that a seller said, yes, I'm interested in an offer. Okay, so you're gonna get 50 of those. But now option 2 is you're gonna hire an overseas virtual cold caller. And let's hypothetically say that you can find a cold caller for $4 an hour from the Philippines or wherever. So for $4 an hour, you find this person, you have to hire them, you have to train them, you have to make sure that they're following a script and all of that. And let's say that they're working a 40-hour week, that's gonna come to $650 a month. So if you add $119 for the skip tracing and the list and your full-time VA, one caller, calling leads, they're gonna also generate about 50 leads a month. So that cost per lead, that CPL, is gonna run you about $15 per lead. So to generate 50 leads, it's gonna cost you about $15 per lead. Okay, what's your third option to do cold calling? Well, you could hire an agency that does this. Now, the benefit of this is you don't have to find, train, or any of that cold caller. They do it for you. Now, they're obviously making money with that. I work with a really good company called Run It Remote. I can put their link in the description below for a great deal. I love them because they're reliable callers, but it's gonna cost you $13.70 a month for one caller who's gonna generate 50 warm leads a month. And that's gonna bring your CPL up to about $27 and some change, okay? So for 50 leads, you're paying about $27 because they're gonna handle the list, the skip tracing, everything. They're gonna handle the caller. You don't have to worry about hiring, managing, any of that. They're already pre-trained callers. So you pay $13.70 a month for one caller, 50 warm leads, cost per lead of 27. So you can see here, you know, hiring and managing your own is gonna be about $15. Doing it yourself, not really a great option, honestly, because you're worth a lot more than $4 an hour or whatever this is, $6 an hour. You're worth a lot more than that. So doing your old cold calling, I mean, this one really should just be like a no-go because there's so much better ways to cold call than you doing it yourself. Option 4 would be buy PPL, pay per lead. So this would be some type of agency already called the leads, generated the warm lead, and on average, you're gonna pay about $30 for a warm lead. You're gonna pay about $30, and those might not even be exclusive. They might not be exclusive, meaning you're paying $30, but other people are also calling that same lead. So you're gonna pay 30 here, 27 here, and 15 here. This one's not really a great option. Okay, so now there's one more option, option 5, which is my new offer called Warm Call Lead Accelerator. We call it WCL for short. And what you're getting with this offer is you're getting 300 warm leads a month. They're delivered 15 a day. So every day you're gonna get an email with a list of 15, and Monday through Friday. And this is for $500 a month, for $499 a month. You're getting 300 leads delivered 15 at a time daily. And that CPL comes to $1.66. $1.66. I mean, look at guys, you're comparing it to 30 here, 27 here, 15 here, or unlimited, who knows over here, $1.66. Now, this is why people are like, Jerry, how is this even possible? There's just no way. Everyone's like, these must be getting sold over and over, because by the way, these are exclusive. Now, there's a couple things you have to understand about this offer. There's only one way that I'm able to do this, and there's only one way that this works. I'm buying these leads in massive quantity. I'm talking over 100,000 warm leads a month is my minimum requirement to get this type of pricing. So what we've done is we partner with an entire call center with thousands of employees, and we're buying these in bulk. They're nationwide. So that's the other thing you have to understand. These are not market specific. They're nationwide. Now, even though they're nationwide, the one thing that I made sure that we got was that they're not too rural. They're within an hour of a metro market. Okay, I did not want rural stuff out in the middle of nowhere. Those are really hard to do, but they are exclusive. Now, what does that mean that they're exclusive? It means we don't sell the same lead 2 times. When you sign up, you're getting 300 a month, 15 a day, and those leads no one else is getting. Now, here's what this doesn't mean. It doesn't mean that those sellers are motivated to sell, to take a discount. It doesn't mean anything. Cold call is the same whether it's you do this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one. All it means is somebody called a seller from a list and said, are you interested in selling your property on 123 Main Street? And the seller said, yes, I would entertain an offer. That lead, what we're calling a warm lead, that is the same if you call it. That's the same if you hire your own VA to call it. That's the same if you hire an agency to call it. That's the same as a PPL provider is doing. And that's the same as what we're giving. It's just a hand raise. It's just somebody that says, I'm interested in entertaining an offer. What do you have to do? You have to do the same thing whether you do options 1 through 5, which is you got to call that seller. You got to say, I understand you're looking to sell. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you want for the property. And then you negotiate, you build trust, you make an offer, you follow up, you work the lead. Can you get land? Yeah, there's land deals in there. Can you do creative finance? You can do whatever you want. All you're doing is talking to somebody that said they want to sell. From that moment on, it's up to you. This is all on you now. All I can do for you is give you leads at $1.66 per lead. Whether you convert them is up to you, but I will say this. I mean, guys, if you can't pull a deal out of 300 leads in a month, 15 a day, if you can't get a $10,000 wholesale deal out of 300 of those, I got nothing for you. There's nothing I can do for you more. Like you might as well give up and go do something else, because you should be able to. My goal over here, like with our agency that we work with prior to this offer, out of 50 leads, our expectation is that we convert 1 of those out of 50. So if I can get 1 in 50 over here with an agency doing the same exact thing, then I should be able to pull 6 deals out of 300. 6 deals out of 300. But even if you guys are like, well, is it a good deal? Even if you just did 1, to get 1 deal that gives you $10,000 on a $500 spend is a massive return on investment. I would do that over and over and over again. Now, again, you have to understand the nature of this program. The only way this is viable is if you stay in the program, because we're now dedicating massive resources to do these calls. So if you cancel your membership of $500 a month and you want to do it 1 at a time, or 1 month there, not another month there, you're going to have to go to the regular price of $1,000 a month. Now I can't commit to the call center to be able to get the massive volume. Does that make sense to you? So think about it like this. Walmart sells mac and cheese and they make like 1 cent per box of mac and cheese. But why does it work? Because they're selling thousands of boxes of macaroni and cheese. So that's what we've done here. I could have sold these leads for $25 or $20 or anything up in there and been competitive with the other ways that you can generate leads as far as your cost per lead. What I decided to do, just like we do with PropWire, is I'm trying to bring to you a huge discount. Now, what this doesn't mean is it doesn't mean that that seller isn't already talking to other buyers. Other people could be calling that same list. They could already be talking to other people, or the seller could be already doing their own outreach, looking for buyers on their own. Anything could be happening here, but that's the case with any of these options. Whenever you cold call a lead, assume that they've already talked to somebody else or they're talking to somebody else. That's the nature of cold calling. It's up to you, it's up to your skill set to be able to separate yourselves from all the competition, to stand out, to build trust, to find out what's going on, and above all else, follow up. Money in cold calling is in the follow-up. Everybody I've ever met that excels at cold call as a marketing channel, they're really good at follow-up. They'll follow up on leads for months and months and months until the seller's finally ready. And then when the seller's finally ready, 6 months down the road, you're their buyer because you've stayed in touch with them that whole time and they trust you, they know you, they like you. That's how cold calling really wins. So guys, this is an investment for sure, but you have to understand the nature of cold calling. No matter what you do, you're going to be dealing with sellers that maybe don't answer the phone, maybe don't call you back, maybe they want full retail, maybe they're not interested at all in a discount, and everything in between, right? But if you work these leads, 15 a day, 300 a month, you will get deals done because it works under all these other scenarios. It's going to work under this one as well because it's the same exact thing. It's just you're paying a fraction of the price. I mean, honestly, there isn't a better offer out there. Guys, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go to warmleadsdaily.com to sign up right now and get started with this. And again, I'm really excited that we're able to bring this to you. I think this is going to completely revolutionize the game because now we're empowering you. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and get signed up right now. Go to warmleadsdaily.com to get signed up right now. And I'm excited to hear your success. In fact, when you do one of these deals, I want you to reach out to me. I want to interview you all about your deal and talk about your success, how much you made. Put this to the test. Go to warmleadsdaily.com and sign up right now. And I can't wait to hear all of your success, and I'll see you on the next video.